If you've been following my channel for a while, you know that I am a huge fan of the Ursa Mini 4.6K. Rented it a bunch from Lens Rentals, did a lot of projects with it, and because of all that work, ended up buying our own at work. So we went from renting it to buying it just because we were using it all the time. But a problem came up with the Ursa Mini 4.6K that we own. Now, if you remember, maybe a month or two ago, I did an unboxing and everything seemed to be good. However, over the past month or two of owning it, we've actually run into a pretty big problem from my perspective. I assume this is just a problem with the unit that we have. I don't know what caused it, but essentially it seems like it's overheating. It'll just turn off mid-recording. And this is specifically a problem at higher frame rates. So when we're shooting 4K 60 or 4.6K 40, some of the higher frame rate stuff, it happens more quickly, I would say, but it's still a problem at 4K 30. So we'll be rolling and the camera will feel warm, maybe a little bit too hot, I would say, and it'll just power down. I think it's an overheating problem, but I don't know. But I've reached out to Blackmagic. They've been pretty good so far with the email support, and I've got it boxed up here so you can take a look. I had to take all the accessories off, package it up, ready to go, gonna ship it off. So it's unfortunate when you get in situations like this because obviously you buy a camera to use it, and if you don't have it, you're not able to use it for work, which is why you bought it in the first place. So I'm hoping that Blackmagic can repair it quickly. They are based in California where I'm shipping it to, and I'm in Arizona, so thankfully it's not that far of a trip. I was worried I was gonna have to send it to Australia because that's where their headquarters are, but thankfully they have a facility in California where they're gonna take a look at it. Unfortunately, I do have to pay for the shipping to them, so I'm gonna try and figure out the cheapest way to take care of that. Thankfully, the box actually isn't that big. You know, the Ursa Mini, once it's stripped down, it is pretty small. So hopefully they don't charge me too much for shipping, and they are gonna ship it back to me for free. And they said they're gonna do like 2-day shipping returns. So we'll see how long it actually takes to get it back and see what the problem actually is. The only other problem I've had with the Ursa Mini is that on the viewfinder, which is right over here, this viewfinder for whatever reason is not displaying the correct camera settings. Like in the eyepiece, in the EVF, it will have, you know, the wrong ISO, the wrong aperture, the wrong white balance. It's just kind of odd, like it's slightly off. It seems random, and I don't know what's causing that problem either. So I've tipped Blackmagic off to that issue as well. Hopefully it's a problem with the camera body that they can fix, do some software manipulation, or I don't know how to fix it. If I knew how to fix it, I'd just do it. I can't fix it on my own. I think it's an issue with maybe like an internal fan that isn't kicking on when it's supposed to, or just the fan's broken, because the camera's actually really, really quiet. And if you've shot with cameras of this caliber, they usually have some, you know, extra processing going on internally, and so they have fans that are a little bit more powerful. If you've shot with any of the Red cameras, I'm sure you know how noisy they can get when you're not recording. So it's weird that this Ursa specifically, it could be all of them, I don't recall the rental, like how loud it was. Never had the rental overheat, so that was great. Renting from Lens Rentals was perfect, no problems there. And I don't recall if the viewfinder from Lens Rentals had the wrong information either. But those are, you know, once you own a camera and you have a lot of time hands-on with it, you start to notice those small things, and unfortunately the overheating is a really big thing that we've got to get taken care of. So I'm going to ship it off. Fingers crossed that I get it back soon, because we have shoots coming up every week, it seems. We've got more and more shoots. So hopefully we can get this all taken care of and get it back safe and sound.